brothers called aeroplane. Whether spaceship, everything is working on the primary technology of these Indabalized boys. Aeroplane, Intellectual Indaba of the Wright brothers. Today we are enjoying it. Inventions, inventions are one of the icing in the cake of Intellectual Indaba. Okay, let's talk about Isaac Newton, the British mathematician. Isaac Newton was a scholar that gave us the law of gravity. Physics will be nothing today without the input of Isaac Newton. Mathematics called calculus today will be nothing without what? The input of Isaac Newton. This calculus that we are using today, even in economics, social affairs, are the Indabalization of Isaac Newton. Today we are enjoying it. I, as a mathematician, I am one of the proteges that enjoy the works of Isaac Newton. When I was a student in the Federal University of Technology, Mina, in the year 1998, that culminated in 2004, we were there indabalizing, mathematically celebrating the intellectual indabalization of Isaac Newton. We indabalized, and I and some of my contemporaries, we took our indabalization to the next level. That's why, by the grace of God, I can tell you about this pioneered knowledge, equation science. It is the intellectual indabalization of Onojako. It's a pioneered knowledge. It's not professed. It's a fresh of its kind in the world. The world will come to study this. This is the gift of Africa to the world. All right, that is by the way. Now, there are several examples I can cite. Let's talk about Albert Einstein. Einstein was a Jew in Germany that immigrated to U.S. As a matter of fact, he was called the Pope of Physics. He gave the world photoelectricity. We studied it when we were doing physics in university in those days. But he was not, even though he had PhD, he was not known for that. He was known for his indabalization. So I'm challenging you there that you are there, going about that you're a doctor, you're a PhD. I am not downgrading you, but I'm challenging you that the likes of Albert Einstein, who was a PhD holder in physics, did not rest on his oars. He moved beyond that. He gave the world photoelectricity. He was given the Nobel Prize for it in 1905. In 1915, he told the world, beyond that there is a theory of everything. When he was defending his energy, E is equal to mc squared, the equation behind nuclear technology that we are all enjoying today, which has been abused as one of the eyesore in the body politic of United Nations, the global governance of the whole world. This equation, energy is equal to mass times the velocity of light. Yeah, it was just indabalizing and told the world that if you bring atomic particle together with light bombarding in it, the energy coming from it is going to be very serious and wonderful. Example, uranium. These are one of the works, the benefits of intellectual indabalization. Albert Einstein, when he died, he was telling the world that there is a theory that explains everything. The world, the physicists, mathematicians, they are still fighting for the theory of everything. They are wasting their time. I, Onoja Yakubu Ako, I have indabalized the theory of everything, which is this equation. You see, let me tell you something. You see this? Or you see this world equation of organization that we formed? W equals to M, E bracket open and close. This is all called the theory of everything. The four forces of nature: gravitation, electromagnetism, weak force, strong force. There are this command we talk about, interaction. The four mathematical operators: multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. They are what you call this interaction. So a man, which is the generic for human being, is in constant open interaction with his environment. This is the equation that explains everything. Everything, as a matter of fact, is the aggregate sum of all the measurable entities in the world. That is everything. That is to say, humanity is not a household. Humanity is a house. This is the equation. W equals to M. This is the premise that we talk about world structure, which equation science anchored on. So the theory of everything the world is looking for, we have solved it long, like we used to say in Nigeria. It's an old school. We have surpassed that. We are now taking the world now to the place of world structure. The problem of the world is not theory of everything. What the world needs is world structure. That is why this book, Equation Science, is all about. Intellectual Indaba from Africa. Now, I've told us about the likes of Albert Einstein. Now, do you know that one of the brains behind refrigeration, air conditioners that we are seeing today, they are black men? Black men are behind this. We don't know. They were not recognized because of racism, because of an average African downplay the achievement of his brother. Black men are not stupid. Black men are not weak. Black men are not inferior. It is a mental issue, mentality. That is why Intellectual Indaba is coming toward erode such mentality from our mind. An average black man has the wherewithal to withstand challenges anywhere. That is why Intellectual Indaba Nigeria, we need to step up. The resources in Nigeria, the human resources, which is N, and the natural resources, which is the environment, they are enough for everybody to eat. This issue of stealing governmental resources into personal usage is a travesty. It's an aberration. It is not correct. Nigeria, Intellectual Indaba Nigeria, you in government. Let me start with Oshun. Oshun election is already ongoing. I believe now by now they must have told us the results. But we are saying that the old idea of rigging election because you want to get to power at all costs is not correct. It's a travesty of the collectivity of our Nigerians. We should stop mocking ourselves before the world. INEC 2019 is by the side. General election is coming. We want INEC to be an intellectual indaba that will indabalize the election, that everybody will be happy. Because thinking for changing of life is intellectual indabalization. If they're thinking of rigging, you want to take it to 2019, you are going to destroy the entity called Nigeria. So the election of 2019, we are saying that it must be what? Intellectually indabalized. Thinking that will change Nigeria to the next level. Whether you are from the federal government, state government, local government, if you win the election, be magnanimous in victory. If you lose the election, be magnanimous in what? In your loss. All we are saying that Nigeria is bigger than all of us. INEC, we are challenging you. Indabalize the election. Let me come to my state. Kogi State, intellectual indabalization is failing in Kogi State. Kogi State is supposed to be intellectually indabalized by now. The young man in government is my contemporary. People born in their 70s. He was born in 75. I was born in 74. He is privileged to be in... Yaya Bello is privileged to be a governor today because he was destined to be there. Even while we were happy that he got the governorship, we were here celebrating him. But with a cry in Kogi State today, we contemporaries, people of our generation, we are sad that Kogi State is not intellectually indabalized. When it came to power, we said, like we used to say by the statement of William Shakespeare in the book called Merchant of Venice. I read that book in 2004. Very beautiful book. When he said, a Daniel has come to judgment. These are kind of statements that we want to be hearing. He said, a Daniel has come to judgment. When Yaya Bello came to government, we were celebrating that a youth, for the very first time, has taken over the reins of government, even though the manner he came into government was not even correct. The issue of inconclusiveness of election after the demise of the great son of Kogi State, Anigala, that is the late Prince Abubakar Audu, may he so rest in peace. The demise of Audu brought Yaya Bello to government. And it's not, my issue now is Yaya Bello in government, a youth in government. We were expecting that with the manner of fund coming from the central government to the states, that Kogi State, in the hand of a youth, should be intellectually indabalized by now, but it's not. So Yaya Bello, I know you are listening to me, or your lieutenants are listening to me to telling you about a Kogite in U.S., advising you. We are disappointed in you. The resources of Kogi State you have not harnessed it. This cry that civil servants 20 months have not been paid is a shame to us in Kogi. We in Kogites. We Kogites in America, yeah. And even at home, we are so ashamed that our own generation, who is in government, cannot gather its acts together to turn Kogi State around. Kogi State civil servants are dying. We heard of several instances, even a man that committed suicide because he was owed several months of salary. He left his wife and triplets in Abuja. He went to Lokoja to go and hang himself in a military barrack. I was once in Lokoja. I know the place. That is military barrack road. That Ganaja axis. These are issues that are not intellectual indaba. So Yaya Bello, we are challenging you to intellectually indabalize Kogi State. Intellectual indaba is non-partisan. So we speak. We want everybody to bring development to Kogi State. Kogi State must be intellectually indabalized. Kogi State is high time that Kogi State should be intellectually indabalized. Look at the resources. We are very fortunate to see how America, they are turning their natural resources to tourism. With the confluence alone, it can generate a lot of funds that Kogi State will never be beggarly at the federal government. Kogi State can feed Nigeria and feed the whole of Africa with the resources of Kogi State, aside the mineral resources, solid minerals. Kogi State is number 1 in solid mineral in Nigeria. Then not talk about Plateau State, Nasarawa, and so on and so forth. What about the oil in Mr. Ibaji axis? I was privileged as a lecturer when I was in Federal Polytechnic Ida to have worked for NECO as an examination officer. I was detailed to Ibaji where we saw the planting of oil wells discovered by NNPC in Ibaji. The resources in Ibaji. What about Ibira land? The Itakbaye, iron ore. These are resources that can. Are we talking about Ajakuta Steel Rolling Mill? These are wonderful resources. Kogi State don't support to be beggarly. Kogi don't support to be beggarly. It's a travesty that Kogi State is still wallowing in poverty, in misgovernance, in maladministration, in malfunctioning level. As of this point in time, it's not correct. So we are challenging you, Yaya Bello, in government today. Today you are there, tomorrow you'll be no more. Because government is not any personal property. Anybody can become anything in Kogi State. As a matter of fact, there is God, as God must have, designated a governor in waiting now. 2019 there's going to be a lot of revolution of ideas. So if you're in government, you are not doing anything, you think you can manipulate as you think. No. Intellectual Indaba says, let the right thing be done. If you don't want to do it, time will take you out, and the right person that will Indabalize Kogi State will come. So don't abuse your opportunity. The time you are having, use it well. Kogi State, Kogites don't supposed to be suffering. It is not correct. So all of you stealing government money, the time has come for you to stop and start Indabalizing Kogi State with the resources of Kogi State. Thank you. Now let's look at Intellectual Indaba Nigeria as a whole. Federal government, state government, local government. The time has come for Nigeria to move on. Intellectual Indaba. This headsman militia crisis, North versus South, is not correct. As a matter of fact, it's a travesty that Nigeria, October 1st is, by the way, next week. Nigeria will be 58 years old, but Nigeria is wallowing in abject poverty that is not correct. It's a travesty. It's an aberration. At this point in time, there's a statistic outside there that says, right from the time of Nigeria independence to now, over $600 billion has been cutted away, has been, malfunctioned, has been misabused, has been, abused, rubbished, has not been Indabalized as it's supposed to be, has been stolen to personal wealth. Nigeria does not belong to the North. This is the equation. Nigeria is not equal to the North. Nigeria is not equal to the South. Nigeria is not equal to the Hausas. Nigeria is not equal to the Yorubas. Nigeria is not equal to the Igbos. Nigeria is not equal to the Galas. I'm an Igala man. Nigeria is not equal to the Galas. Nigeria is not equal to the Igbos, to the Damas. Nigeria is not equal to the Biroms. Nigeria is not equal to Muslims. Nigeria is not equal to Christians. Nigeria is equal to Nigerians. All Nigerians have equal stake. Our founding fathers, they are there turning in their graves because of the way Nigeria's situation has been, pillaged. Nigeria has been reduced to a rubble because of bad governance. It's high time we should start intellectually Indabalizing Nigeria. Look at the West, how they have Indabalized their country. Are they better than us? No. Greed, avarice is the bane of Nigerian governance. Nigerian economy today, greed and avarice. Who told you in the North that you are superior to people in the South? Who told you, Muslims, that you are superior to the Christians? Who told you, Christians, that you are superior to the Muslims? Who told you, Igbos, that you are superior to the Yoruba man? Who told you, Yoruba, that you are superior to the Nupe man? Who told you, Igbira, that you are superior to the Gala man? These are bonkon. These are arrant nonsense. These things must stop. This is not how to intellectually Indabalize. Nigeria is high time we start intellectually Indabalizing. We should start intellectually Indabalizing Nigeria. We should start the Indabalization of Nigeria forthward. You see, Nigeria has come a long way. The time has come that we should start Indabalizing Nigeria. Nigeria cannot wait to join the League of Indabalized Nations. We cannot afford to wait again. We are supposed to be the champion of Africa. But today, Africans are going with their head down because Nigeria is not standing up to its responsibility. Nigeria, we should start waking up to our responsibility so that we can take Nigeria to its place of glory and Africa to its place of glory, because the movement of Nigeria is the movement of Africa. Nigeria is Africa. We are the most populous African nation, black men on earth. If we cannot get it right, then there is no hope for the black man. So Nigerians, home and abroad, wake up to the challenges. Wake up to the challenges. The glory of the black man is resting on our shoulders. We Nigerians, it's high time we take up the challenges and begin to intellectually indabalize Nigerians. Then we cannot indabalize Africa. Then the world will know that was Africa has come of age. So 2019, INEC, do the needful. Intellectually indabalize the election. Every Nigerians, no need for violence. Anybody that is telling you to go and kill your neighbor because you want to get the power, tell the person that you will not do that. Nigerians, say no to rigging. The time has come for us to now start intellectually indabalizing Nigeria. When we get it right, Africa will get it right. Then the world will know that Africa has come of age. That is all about Intellectual Indaba Nigeria for now. Let's look at Intellectual Indaba Cameroon, North and South. Paul Biya, I know you are listening to me. This killing going on in Cameroon have to stop. Humanity is bleeding. How long can Africa be reduced to a place of violence, chaos, and anarchy? Paul Biya, please stop this killing. Start intellectually indabalizing Cameroon. South and North, there shouldn't be fear and trepidation in Cameroon. All Cameroonians are equal to Cameroon. Cameroon does not belong to Northern Cameroon or Southern Cameroon. Cameroon belongs to Cameroon. All Cameroonians should be enjoying their resources. So please, Paul Biya, the time has come that this killing going on in Cameroon should stop. Africa is bleeding.